I was 28 and I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. I went in actually for a routine checkup and I had a new doctor. So she did the full physical. And when she felt the lump, she kind of freaked out about it.
Elaine was only 39 at the time, which was a shock to all of us being in the medical profession. We see, unfortunately, death and dying in the ICU all the time, but someone who was so vibrant and so young and just did everything right, to see it take her life was a shock to all of us.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 43. I felt the lump on my own. I'll never forget what that lump feels like.
The mission of For Our Daughters is enriching the lives of women so we can in turn educate our children. That came from obviously my fight with cancer, but growing up, no one in my family really talked about health. So it kind of put me at a disadvantage. So the passion, the fuel behind that passion is knowing that we are setting up our children so that they will never have to go through what I went through due to lack of knowledge. It is so important for us as women to know our bodies, to know when something's off, to know when something's wrong, and nobody's talking about it. The community I'm from, nobody's talking about it. Some of the only safeguards that young women have is exercising regularly, eating healthy, limiting the alcohol, all the different things that we can do to kind of lower the risks, because we all know cancer can't be prevented, at least not as of yet. So I love the fact that Susan G. Komen is behind, For Our Daughters and relaying that message. It's a strong message, it's a needed message, it's a true message.
That's why we started the team, the Running Scotties, who are named after Elaine, who was from Edinburgh, Scotland, and had a very thick Scottish accent, even living in this country for about 20 years, but still had a nice sing-songy Scottish accent, which we all loved. And we have on our shirt the Running Scotties and remembering Elaine on the back. And we run in her honor and in the honor of all the other mothers and daughters and sisters and even men who are diagnosed with breast cancer every year. And we have a team of about 25 to 35. It changes here and there, but we have our core group of guys and girls who will come every year and run and walk to support. And our team has raised, in the last 10 years, it's our 10th year coming up this year, has raised over $25,000, I think, which, hopefully in some small way will help find a cure. And we'll continue doing it as long as they keep giving us money for it. We'll keep giving it back to the Komen, and hopefully we'll find a cure very soon.
I'm a healthcare provider myself, and I am taken by the fact that Susan G. Komen put so much effort into giving money for research to help find a cure. I'm also very impressed with the fact that they encourage early detection. They encourage young females for breast health. Those are all important things for breast cancer, because if breast cancer is caught early, the survival is great. The most important part of the race to me is the fundraising, because I know that that money goes to research. And in the worst way, I want them to find a cure for breast cancer. Susan G. Komen gives hope for all the survivors out there, and they help us in trying to attain that goal in finding a cure for breast cancer.